My phone buzzed at 2:47 a.m. on Black Friday. The notification from Instagram nearly stopped my heart. At Cindy Barlow tagged you in a photo. There was my mother, radiant in a $2,000 dress I'd never seen before, raising a champagne flute beside a tower of lobster. The caption: "Blessed to host 85 wonderful friends this Thanksgiving. When God provides, you celebrate." I sat up in my studio apartment, still surrounded by the dishes from the modest Thanksgiving dinner Gerald and I had shared. Turkey breast from Kroger, boxed stuffing, and green beans. My hands shook as I scrolled through 47 photos. A jazz quartet, prime rib stations, an actual ice sculpture of a turkey. 3 weeks earlier, my mother had sobbed on the phone. "Doris, baby, we're gonna lose the house. The bank's foreclosing. Your father hasn't worked in months, and my disability isn't enough. We need $9,500 by November 15th, or we're on the street." I'd emptied my savings that same day. Every penny I'd scraped together over 3 years. My emergency fund, my down payment fund, my maybe someday vacation fund. $9,500 sent via PayPal with a note. "For Mom and Dad, love you." Growing up, I'd learned that being good meant being useful. Love meant sacrifice. Questioning them meant I was selfish. Old patterns die hard. Now I was looking at what had to be a $20,000 party. I screenshotted everything. Every photo, every comment, every single piece of evidence of their Thanksgiving extravaganza. My hands moved on autopilot while my brain tried to process the magnitude of the lie. Then I saw it. A comment from my Aunt Patricia. "Cindy, this tops last year's party. How do you keep outdoing yourself?" Last year's party. Last year when they'd called me crying about Dad's emergency gallbladder surgery. I'd sent $3,000. I opened Facebook, started searching, found it. Thanksgiving 2023, another massive party. Different dress, same champagne, same smug smile. And the year before that. And before that. "Gerald," I whispered, shaking my husband awake. "Gerald, look at this." He didn't complain about being woken at 3 a.m. That's Gerald. 5 years married, he'd never once said, "I told you so" about my parents. He sat up, took my phone, and his face went through the same journey mine had. Confusion, recognition, rage. "They've been doing this for years," he said quietly. "Doris, how much have you sent them?" I didn't want to calculate it, but I did. Medical emergencies, car repairs, foreclosure threats, utility shutoffs. Over the past 5 years, $47,000. "I'm calling them right now," I said. "Wait." Gerald grabbed my hand. "It's 3 a.m. You need a plan, and you need backup." That's when I remembered Granny Dolly. My father's mother had been estranged from him for years. Something about a business deal gone wrong. But she'd always sent me birthday cards with crisp $50 bills and notes saying, "Call if you ever need anything, baby." At 7 a.m., I called her. "Granny Dolly, it's Doris." "Baby girl, happy Thanksgiving weekend. How are..." She paused. "You've been crying. What did they do?" I told her everything. The silence on the other end stretched so long, I thought she'd hung up. That boy always was a disappointment, but stealing from his own daughter? Send me those screenshots, all of them, she finally said, voice hard as granite. Why? Because I'm about to show you something about your parents you need to see. Check your email in 20 minutes. 19 minutes later, I opened an email with property records, investment statements showing $340,000, and screenshots from a family group chat I'd never been invited to. They had a whole separate chat where they talked about me like I was a mark, not a daughter. My father's message from 2 days ago. Wait till you see what Cindy got out of St. Doris this time. $9,500. She probably ate ramen all month to save it. St. Doris. That's what they called me when they thought I couldn't see. I called my mother at 8 a.m. sharp. She answered on the first ring, probably expecting my usual post-holiday check-in. Doris, baby, did you see the Thanksgiving photos? Wasn't it wonderful? We had a little potluck with some friends. Stop. My voice was steady, cold. I saw the lobster towers, Mom. I saw the jazz quartet. I saw the ice sculpture. Silence. That's not what... I also saw Dad's messages in your family group chat. The one where he calls me St. Doris and laughs about me eating ramen to save the money I sent you. You don't understand. No, Mom, I understand perfectly. The house was never in foreclosure. You have $340,000 in investments. You've stolen $47,000 from me over 5 years. Stolen? Doris, that money is for our retirement security. You're young. You can rebuild savings. We're old. This is all we have left. Her voice cracked. Just because we have investments doesn't mean we're not struggling. You don't understand what it's like at our age. The logic almost worked. Almost. I want my $9,500 back. Today. PayPal, Venmo, I don't care. You have until noon. She laughed. Actually laughed. You can't be serious. That was a gift. We don't owe you anything. Then let me be very clear about what happens at 12:01. I post everything on Facebook, every screenshot, every bank record Granny Dolly sent me, every message where Dad mocks me. All 85 people at your Thanksgiving party will know exactly how you afforded it. You wouldn't dare embarrass. I also file a fraud complaint with PayPal, and the IRS gets a nice package about unreported gifting. Now it was my father's voice, angry and loud. You ungrateful little... Hi, Dad. How's it feel to know your mother gave you all your financial records? That senile old bat. Careful, Gareth. Granny Dolly's voice cut through the speakerphone. I'd conferenced her in. That senile old bat is recording this call, and she's about to make some changes to her will if you don't return that money to Doris immediately. Mother, you can't... I can, and I will. I've got $3 million and a team of lawyers who've been waiting for me to finally cut you off. Return Doris's money or you're out of the will completely. Your choice. The silence stretched for 30 seconds. Fine, my mother spat. Check your account. My phone buzzed. PayPal notification. Cindy Barlow sent you $9,500. Now delete our numbers, I said, both of you, and forget you have a daughter. Doris, please, we can explain. The only explanation I need is in that group chat where Dad laughs about his stupid daughter, where you plan your next con, where the whole family, except me, celebrates spending my savings. We're your parents. No, parents protect their children. You exploited yours. Goodbye. I hung up. Blocked both numbers, blocked them on every social media platform. Gerald held me while I sobbed, not from sadness, but from relief. The weight I'd carried for years, the constant anxiety about the next crisis, the next emergency, the next desperate call, it was gone. Gerald made coffee while I sat at our small kitchen table, staring at the PayPal confirmation. $9,500 back in my account. It felt surreal. Any regrets? He asked, sitting beside me. I keep thinking about this Christmas when I was 7. Mom made gingerbread houses with me. She was so patient. That mom was real, wasn't she? Or was it all manipulation? Gerald squeezed my hand. Maybe both things are true. I nodded. I won. So why did it still hurt? Granny Dolly called that afternoon on Gerald's phone. Baby girl, I'm proud of you. I should have warned you about them years ago, but I hoped Gareth had changed. I'm sorry. It's not your fault, Granny. I've updated my will. That money was always meant for you anyway. Just now, it'll skip a generation without their hands touching it. 3 months later, and some days I feel liberated. Other days I see a mother and daughter laughing in the grocery store and have to cry in my car. But last night, Gerald and I booked a vacation to Maine, something I never could have afforded funding their fake emergencies. My mother's latest email. We forgive you. When you're ready to apologize, we're here. I didn't respond, just left it there. Part of me wanted to write back. Part of me always will. Am I happy? Not yet. But I'm free. And that's a start.